Hi, welcome to Conscious Reality Creator, and I'm Rick Paris, and thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about something that is paramount to understanding what it is to become a God being, and that is your mind. Your mind is operating in a triangulation. So this entire reality is being generated by you the observer. What we need to understand now is the three different parts of the mind. So basically you have the conscious self, you've got the subconscious self, and you have the unconscious self. So what's happening is, if you could imagine all that is possibility, and possibility is forever and extends forever. Now, in order for you to function in an arena that is all possible, you have to create a dimension, you have to create a space within possibility in order to function, in order for things to be recognizable. Otherwise, everything would keep expanding itself. So what you do is, with your first life choices, the first choices that you make to come into physical reality become part of your subconscious mind. So if you can imagine possibility is a reflection of the unconscious mind, like the sun coming up every day and the seasons repeating themselves. This is an aspect of your unconscious mind. Now, the way that I function within that is part of my subconscious mind. And the way that you would see that would be a three-dimensional cube in possibility. So the subconscious ends up holding a structure in possibility so you can repeat and you can function and things aren't blowing up right in front of you, because technically if I would think and feel something, the reality would just go all over the place. So in order for it to ground, in order for it to take shape, you create choices before you get here. And this defines the subconscious mind. So now the conscious mind exists in the parameter of the subconscious mind. So the way that I like to see that, and you will see this, if you imagine the piece of paper or the plane that you're looking at is possibility, and you draw a three-dimensional cube in possibility, the subconscious are those walls that surround your experience. That's why if you want to change something, the subconscious has to make the shift. Of course, choice and emotionality are what trigger the subconscious to shift. Most of the things that you've done in your life have been unconscious programs. You took on what your parents told you, you took on what religion said, you took on what the education system. This defined how you operate within your subconscious. So the subconscious is a completely mutable, movable aspect of who you are, but it has perfect integrity with the choices that you made. That's why it repeats itself constantly. Some of your patterns are beautiful and they work great. I want this to repeat every day. I'm growing, I'm changing, I love my life, right? So the way that there's a problem within this cube is when you feel a limitation. You must understand the subconscious, and you must understand how to alter the subconscious in order for conscious reality to take new shape, to take new form, to take a new pattern. But the key to remember is, if I feel limited anywhere, as we've already talked about beliefs in another video, your beliefs are what you're living in. And of course this cube is a simplification, because you've got a cube around being a man, or a cube around being a woman, a cube around being a lover, a cube around being a worker, a cube around your political party, a cube around your religion. You have cubes everywhere. So really, technically, non-physicality, you are a crazy geometric shape, right? Everybody is a crazy geometric shape that's based in all these pieces that I've put together. And again, it's three-dimensional shape is just an easy way to understand it. Now, this three-dimensional shape has three dimensions. Within that, the horizontal plane, how wide can I operate in my experience, has everything to do with the decisions and choices I make. That has how wide, how many decisions, and those decisions and choices are often connected to my vertical space. My vertical is my beliefs. How much can I have? How far can I go? What can I receive? What can't I do? What's not possible? These are just beliefs. Those create the vertical plane. The depth is made by your thoughts and feelings. And you see the way this is set up? Your ability to change has everything to do with your beliefs and attitudes, my choices and decisions around those, and the thoughts and feelings I have around those beliefs. Everything wraps around belief. So now the subconscious, right? Like let's say I want to make more money. This is all the money I make, and I really need more money to express myself fully, and I'm feeling limited in my life, where I live, how I live, what I eat, how I feel limited. See, right outside, because everybody knows there's things every once in a while I almost get like lucky. Something happens and all of a sudden I got a bunch of money and I'm feeling like, oh my God, all the possibility can happen. And then it doesn't work out for you. It doesn't quite work because you see your subconscious will not let you out of the boundaries that you've self-authored unconsciously. Because I've had beliefs and attitudes that were given to me, and the thoughts and feelings that I have about those things were given to me. Religion's a perfect example. I was raised a Catholic. I have thoughts and beliefs. I have attitudes about that, and my choices and decisions are always wrapped up into here, and I can't get out. I can't get out. And the thing is, I'm afraid to get out because what would it look like if I got out of the parameter? I wouldn't be a Catholic anymore if I got out of that, right? So you want to look at that. So if I wanted more money, and sometimes I get more money, and then my car breaks, or the washing machine breaks, or something happens, because you see, once you get out of that and you make more money, the subconscious says, you have to stay in your box. And so it creates a problem that takes the money and puts you back in the box. That's why you always feel like, gosh, I'm so close. It's just right there. What I want is so close, but I can't get it. If you understood how to change those beliefs and attitudes, what happens is, let's say your box is 6 by 6 by 6. And this new reality, the thing that I know I can have, is just right outside the box. Maybe all I need to do is expand my belief 1/4 of an inch. But see, 1/4 inch goes by volume. That belief lifts me, offers me choices and decisions, gives me new thoughts and feelings. So that volume goes out, and now where what was once not possible is now probable. Because the other part of the way this cube works, what's outside is possibility. What's on the edges is what's probable. This is probability. Actuality lives inside the cube. So that's the way that 3 dimensions operate. Actuality, probability, possibility. So you want to be able to move these walls. So when I feel limited in my life, it's not that people are doing this or my boss won't let me get ahead. Those are the way that you're defining the situation in order for you to understand that your beliefs are that way. Like if I say, my boss I asked for a raise and they won't give me any more money, and I can't find another job because you'll have all these reasons, all based in a single belief. The single belief is, it depends on what your belief is, but let's just say for the discussion, my belief is I really can't get that money because I asked for the money and I didn't receive the money. So the money is over here. It's outside. So I have to expand. I have to figure out what that is. What's my belief? Understand how to change that belief. Move that cube, and now it's probable. It's actual. You'll ask for the raise and they'll say, yeah, of course, you're awesome. That's the way the reality works. Going in there and going, well, what do I have to do now for that raise? You tell me what I need to do. How do I make myself better? Maybe I'll stay late just so my boss. That doesn't really work. It can work because I have another belief that if I was a harder worker, I'd get the money. You see, so it works for that. But that won't work the second time around. Once I start working and staying late every night, now I want more money. It's like, what does that mean? I got to stay 60 hours instead of 50 now? And you will. This is what everybody's doing now, working multiple jobs, working more than a 40-hour work week because I don't have a belief structure that would allow me anything else. My degree only allows me this much money. You see, you are doing all of this. You are the one that is setting the parameters, but you're a God being and you don't know it. But if I knew how to work being a God being, I could look magical in my life. And I don't use that word a lot, but it is magical. Once I just moved that and boom, I got what I wanted. It was that easy. It might be more work, like I have to go inside and I have to uncover what's unconscious. The conscious mind has all the power. Now, with that said, that's not really true because your unconscious mind is the most powerful part of yourself. Your unconscious mind knows every license plate ever printed in every state in order, who owns those license plates, every name in the yellow pages and the white pages, and everything in the order in every yellow page is in your unconscious mind. The subconscious mind just filters out what you want to see and what I don't want to see. Because if I knew all that stuff, I wouldn't even be able to function, right? So the subconscious is the filter that you have decided this is the information I'm willing to deal with. So the subconscious keeps all that extra stuff away from you. And that's why it has perfect integrity. It keeps what away from you, and it also keeps you safe. It keeps you, so the subconscious, as a conscious person, I have to enlighten myself to what is going on in my unconscious mind. Understand that this is a pattern I've adopted. I have to bring that conscious in order for the subconscious. Because once I can bring that conscious and understand my beliefs, attitudes, choices, and decisions, thoughts, and feelings that have been generating, if I alter those, I'm going to alter the reality immediately. So I have to learn how to do that. And see, your conscious self is the only one that can do that because the other two minds are regulated by consciousness. Free will dictates what choice is. You have the choice always first. You have the ability to direct everything, but you've got to do it consciously. The reason you put things into the subconscious and in the unconscious is so it brings an ease and elegance, because once I can decide that $150,000 is going to work for me better than the 80 that I'm making, or whatever the numbers are, then I understand what I'm doing. I understand how to operate within this realm, because the unconscious is forever. And you're really operating this big, this much. No wonder the entire reality looks so limited. We're running out. And as long as you believe laws like the laws of thermodynamics were completely hindering you, everything's in a state of decline. Everything's is dying slowly. I mean, the person I am today is better than the person I am tomorrow, because the person I am tomorrow is closer to death. And when you get old, you're worthless. All these beliefs are completely inhibiting people, and they think that's just the way it is. It's not the way it is. It's the way it is. It's the way it is because you have said so. And until you can get this, you can wake up, but you're not going to be empowered when you wake up. This is where the empowerment lies, to understand how I am operating here. And once I understand the game, that's what I teach you. I can teach you. I teach every person. I'm putting content out there, but everybody's different. Everybody's got a different flow, a different way they see things. And that has to be, a person has to be outside of you, watching how you do it and relaying it back to you, and then you make the adjustments and you see yourself win. You need to do it together, because it's another triangulation. As soon as I have a relationship with somebody and I'm a mirror for you, now the magic happens in between us. That's the way your mind is. The magic happens in the subconscious. My conscious self has to direct. I'm the president of reality. And if I decide and I can't I got to move this, I got to understand this is my subconscious that's limiting me. Nothing else. It's nobody else. The reasons that you think you're being limited are what this relates here. My boss, oh, that has to do with authority. I think somebody else has to author. Somebody has to give me what I'm looking for. Nope, that's just your belief. And the thing is, you'll keep growing and you'll keep growing. Before you know it, you're jammed up like a bonsai kitty in a Coke glass trying to figure out what's going on, and it feels awful to be stuck in there. But you're stuck in there because this is where the paradigm shift is happening. This is where you have the potential to recognize who you are, the God being that, and move those walls. Give myself the space to operate again, where I'm not banging, I'm dancing again, and I'm having a good time. That has to be self-authored. So just a short quote. I know it's not the full quote, but I want to say, when an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside of you as fate. Carl is the one who said that quote. And what Carl Jung didn't understand, that it appears outside of you as fate. Fate is just another belief. Like, I don't know what it is, and since there's a destiny out there, that's all belief constructs. That's not true either. Fate is just the way he framed it with his belief construct. It isn't fate. So I want you to understand, when an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside of you as fate. It appears outside of you as your belief construct. So if you could turn it around and you could label it, then you could basically, that's my belief. Belief precedes experience. Beliefs create reality. when he was a person who just started understanding, that is already outdated. Now, what do we do with this subconscious? How do we alter our experience? It's moved ahead since Jung recognized that we even had one. So Jung was a genius in that way, but the thing is he didn't know what to do with it. He didn't know how to alter it. He kind of had some ideas. So he was a person that recognized this. Now we're balls deep in it. Balls deep in limitation, anger, rage, so much rage because that's in our unconscious mind. If you don't even understand how to feel your rage and process your rage, what you do is I'm not going to be. You shove it out in your unconscious and it pollutes your unconscious. Isn't the planet polluted right now? That's part of the mirror that you're looking at. I'm polluting my own environment by not understanding what my emotions are doing. And so you're polluting, because if I have pain and anger and I don't know what to do with it and I suppress it, this is all you. The whole reality is you. So it's got to go out, and it just goes out in the ocean of emotion until it comes back at me, and then somebody didn't use their blinker today and I'm about to kill them. Because it was in my unconscious mind and I got to get rid of the pollution, and I think by just getting angry at somebody it's going to help. It could help if you knew how to process in traffic. You could really help. You could actually get rid of it. But no, you focus on somebody. You think if I don't make sure they understand what the impact they've had on me, because you impacted me with you're losing your mind by acting like that. You are just as crazy as them by saying they're the problem. If I could just get rid of all the negative people in the world, it would be such a better place. I think the last person who tried that was Hitler. You're not doing anything different, but you're not in the new paradigm. A new paradigm is recognizing the paradigm, moving these walls by choice. Once you can operate this, life becomes beautiful, easy, elegant, dare I say magical. It becomes graceful.